Let me guess, you've been tirelessly working as hard as you can to feel somewhat accomplished, to end up even further away from achieving anything real in your life. Or maybe you wish there was just more time in the day to get everything done. You could even be like me, impatient and unwilling to give up, but at times it just feels like you're banging your head against a brick wall. What if I told you you already hold the key to the solution? You just needed this advice. Well, this idea is gonna sound crazy, but bear with me here. But doing something actually means a lot to us. Like a lot. You wake up at 6 AM, pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee and get to work, probably with a motivational video on in the background for an extra touch. We do it because it makes us feel something, hoping that soon enough it will make us into the person that we believe we're truly destined to become. But then time goes by and we still feel unaccomplished and are pretty much in the same position as we were in before. But why? We did exactly what all those gurus out there told us to do. And we're going to get straight in and tell you that working hard is not smart. I'm going to elaborate here. Out of experience, I've found that most of the unimportant things that would consistently fill my day was just fear of actually doing. I mean, on the surface it seemed like it was necessary and made me feel productive. Now let me give you an example. Mr. Les has big visions on growing a 7-figure business. He dedicates himself to 3 hours every single evening, mostly doing things like watching videos on YouTube on how to become a millionaire yesterday or something. Whilst this might get him pumped and feeling productive, it's certainly not doing his business any good. So the key difference between doing versus actually doing is the mindset shift on putting first things first and putting as less energy as possible into the shit at the bottom. So to put this into perspective, what you should be doing is leading with the knowledge that you may already have. For example, let's say Mr. Moore wants to grow a 7-figure business. He spends less time watching hours of videos and countless blogs and articles and focuses on the things that he can do now that will actually move his visions forward one step at a time. Doing is learning, not the other way around. Now this is where time management and the importance of setting priorities come in. Be clear and logical here. Make sure the time you give yourself every day is deadlined. We will be diving into the subject in further detail in a later video, but ultimately the key for great time management is increasing productivity. Now there are many ways you can do this. For example, delegation, prioritizing only important tasks, goal setting, deadlines, planning, scheduling. All these can help form millionaire-worthy time management skills. But first you need to eliminate distractions. And bluntly, checking your phone, social media, emails, websites, porn are all productivity killers. In fact, it can cost you so much time and energy. So turn off your phone, value your time over anything less important. Now this should be easy if you're really serious about making big changes. And one thing to note is that it's perfectly fine to take a break every once in a while. In fact, it's proven to boost productivity, to help you recharge, refocus, and get back to it with a fresh perspective. You don't always need to be doing. This can almost definitely lead to burnout, which is obviously another productivity killer. While setting aside time, giving yourself a deadline, and prioritizing tasks is a great start, taking this to a whole new level is setting smart goals. And this is only going to help keep you motivated and help maintain direction and clarity. And I'll be covering this in future videos in a lot more detail on exactly how I set my own goals. But when you hit these smaller milestones, that sense of accomplishment you've been lacking for so long will really hit you and push you even further. And with that being said, being a hard worker is great if you work on a building site. But being smart with your time is essentially the difference between doing and actually doing. And this has been made quite clear from the wealthiest figures in the world today. Take a look at Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, the Boring Company. Net worth over $200 billion. He's found to work more than 80 hours per week, but still manages to balance his time effectively. And he does this by dividing his schedule into 5-minute slots. He focuses on high priority tasks, and he delegates the less important ones, and he uses technology to streamline his work. Then we have Bill Gates, a tech entrepreneur and co-founder of Microsoft. Net worth, over $100 billion. He breaks down his day into 5-minute increments and prioritizes tasks based on their importance and urgency. Gates believes in taking breaks to recharge and setting clear goals to track progress. He delegates tasks to trusted individuals, and he also uses technology to streamline processes. So can you spot the theme across these two profiles? Both Elon and Bill have amassed billions of dollars and have even more in common, something called the 5-minute concept. Now, this is pretty straightforward. Earlier in this video, we explained that having a deadline helps ensure priority tasks are completed. We then went on to talk about breaking tasks into more manageable chunks. So To keep things really simple here, less really is more, and these truly genius men have proven that concept, and it's so easy to apply to our own lives. Now what we're going to do is give you a framework that we believe you'll be able to follow with no problems, and you're going to use it today. Starting from now, you will clearly define the overall purpose to what it is you're looking to achieve, and then you're going to break this into monthly or weekly goals. Now always remember, these goals are imperative to hit in order to achieve that purpose. Then write down a list of all the things you need to do every day and order them in priority. Then on another list, what are the distractions? Perhaps add in the lower tasks that you won't be focusing on and rid of them quick. Block your time so you know how long you have and what it is you will be focusing on. But remember, give yourself breaks every so often. Set smart goals on those tasks. If you don't, there won't be a sense of achievement at the end of it. And the last point is pretty self-explanatory, and yes, I mean get going with it. And if I could summarize this video in one famous quote, it has to be from Elon Musk himself. Stop being patient and start asking yourself, how do I accomplish my 10-year plan in 6 months? You will probably fail, but you'll be a lot further ahead of the person who simply accepted it was going to take 10 years. With this mindset shift, you'll start finding ways to make long, tedious tasks into smaller and more achievable ones quite quickly. And it's definitely possible for anyone watching this video, that's for sure. Next week we'll be back, demonstrating a crazy concept that not many people know of, and it's proven to accelerate your personal growth by considerable numbers. But for now, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed today.